I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Grand Rising. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, okay? Hey, everybody, welcome. All of my new subscribers, thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button, okay? If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Please become one, and I need everybody to hit the like, of course. Hit the like button, share the video, all the things that will help my algorithm over here. Come on in. We got plenty to talk about. Okay, can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, make sure you put your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you are from, into the chat. That way I can give you a shout out real quick. Okay, that's how we do it over here. Welcome to my humble abode. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. I see Betty Davis from Philly, Philly, Philly. What's up? What's up, ATL? What's up, Augusta? How are you? What's up, Texas? What's up, Little Rock? What's up, Houston? What's up, Layla? Come on in. What's up, Delaware? Connecticut? Come on in. I see y'all. South Carolina in the house. Kentucky, Tennessee. Welcome, everybody. We've got more to talk about, more breakdowns to break down, baby. What's up, Maryland? Come on in. I see y'all. 300 of you are here. Hopefully, there is at least 150 likes. Okay, let me check just to make sure. Let me check. Sometimes y'all be, and you are trying to, take me on a ride with these damn likes. Hit the like button, everybody. 126 is what it's saying. But there's way too many of y'all in the chat for me to only have 126 likes. Not cool. Not cool at all. Also, guys, please take the poll at the top of the chat, okay? What is up, UK? UK is in the building. Virginia. Let's see, Michigan, Boston, Detroit, Los Angeles. Come on in, everybody. We got Georgia again. We got Mesquite, Texas. What's up, Tennessee, New York, Norway. Welcome, welcome, welcome. St. Louis. We got Alabama in the house. Hoover. What's up? We got Naperville, Illinois. I love to see where you guys are coming from. California, Texas. It does humble me to see that so many people from all over come in to hear what I got to say, child. Okay? I was one of the kids that used to get told to be quiet quite a bit. I love to talk. I love to debate, child. All the things, all the things. And this is where it's landed me, right here on YouTube. So yeah, we're talking about Melody declining a multi-million-dollar development deal. Multi-million, not a million, multi-million, okay? We're talking about that today. So come on in. See Dallas, 195. All right, 420 of you. I know there's like 210 likes. Let me just make sure that you guys are, saying hello, hello, hello. Okay, listen, I'll put myself on camera real quick. Come on in. Thank you. Okay, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'll tell y'all my shirt real quick. This is actually Andre 3000. My rock and roll tee today is Andre 3000. Come on in. I do love me some Outkast. Come on in. Welcome all of my friends, all of my crew. What's up, Chi-Town? What's up, Decatur? So listen, y'all, we got things to talk about. I had made a video the other day where I was talking about, Martell and his money situation. And there was a lot of people with things to say. And I was like, Again, I don't think we're watching the same TV show because I am fairly certain that Melody had walked away from a multi-million-dollar deal to keep her ex-husband at the time cool. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is it Inez? Inez Martin? I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Love me some Andre 3000. Love him. Hey, what's up? What's up on this Good Friday? Everything's good with me. I had went to the movies a little earlier today, caught a matinee, you know what I'm saying? I went to see the new Keke Palmer movie. It was good. It was pretty funny. There's a guy that I follow named Joshua. Let me make sure I know his name, child, because I might mess it up. But he was a content creator who wanted to be an actor. I think it's Joshua O'Neill. Anyway, he wanted to be an actor and he used to, come on and do, it's Joshua Neal, not O'Neill, Joshua Neal. And I followed him for a couple of years, but he wanted to be an actor. He used to do like little skits and stuff on his IG page, and he's in the movie. And so he ended up saying, he was going to stop doing the skits on his IG and, devote his talents to acting. And this is like his first film. He's in there with Keke Palmer and SZA, and who else is in there? They had a whole lot of cameos. So it was a decent movie, child. I really enjoyed it, and he did a great job. I like to see people living in their dreams or living out their dreams. So it was cool. It was cool. So come on in. Listen, we got a couple more minutes before we get to the marker that I'm looking for because I got to make my money, child. 207 likes. Let's see, there's 500 and something of y'all in here. 271 likes. That's cool. You guys are following the rules. Hey, Lady D Keys. So Lady D Key, anybody that you see with a wrench behind their name, like Lady D Keys, they are volunteering their time to be a part of this show. Okay. Make sure y'all respect anything that they ask y'all to do. I don't mind if we have different opinions because we are not robots, baby. We are supposed to bring some sort of perspective from our own life, right? However, keep it cute. Do not go after people in the chat. That's not what you're here for. You may not like it, but it definitely should not get you all out of your skin. And don't come after me either, because they're going to time your ass out and take you up out of here. So just so you are aware. What is up, Miss Cookie from the Shy? I appreciate you coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Child, we are living in some different times. Now listen. I have been saying to y'all that, we all have different perspectives as content creators, right? Which we are supposed to. Again, I am not knocking anybody's perspective. I just seem to have a different one from some of the others every once in a while. And I seem to get clobbered for it, okay? People accusing me of making money I'm not even making, which is really the big letdown, baby. Because let me tell you something. If you're going to accuse me of making some damn money, baby, put the money in my account, okay? Because unlike Melody, who walked away from a multi-million-dollar deal, I would have took it. Money buys peace, okay? Money buys peace for me. What is up, Layla? Thank you for blessing the channel. She said, Diana, I am loving the breakdowns. Keep going, sis. Thank you. I appreciate it, okay? I really, really do. Thank you so much, child, because let me tell you, I know what I know, what I know. What's up, London? What's up, Jamaica? What's up, Shreveport? I love it. Uh-oh, here comes Lorraine. Thank you for blessing the channel, Lorraine. She said, I feel like Melody is trying to keep peace until the court situations are finished. Okay, listen, I understand, child. This happened a couple of years back, but we are still going to get into it because a lot of the strength that I was attracted to, and it was her strength, and Melody was just how she handled herself, some of the decisions she made. And when I tell y'all that sometimes when people say, make sure that you keep people around you who support you, who build you up. Also keep people around you who knows your strength and they don't let you become a weakling, okay? Because sometimes, like I used to hear this a lot growing up when I would be like, I can't, or I don't want to, or whatever these things are. Somebody was there to yoke me up and be like, girl, we don't do that. We don't do that. Get your ass up. Okay. This is not the worst thing that ever happened to you. I can rattle off the times that you've accomplished X, Y, and Z. So what you're going to do right now is get up and do what you're supposed to do. I love you too much to let you fall, okay, underneath somebody else's, wants and thoughts and all that shit. Some people just have a strength in them where they can keep pushing and moving, okay? And some people may not. If you have been a long-time follower of mine, you have heard me say a million times, there's things that Melody has said or done or whatever she presents on this show that nobody else could have done, okay? They would have fell under the crush of embarrassment or whatever those things are. But sometimes you got to be, have a one-track laser focus on things so that you can get it done. And when that happens, anything can be accomplished, okay? But we can't keep people in the, oh, girl, don't, child, that weakens you as a person. It weakens your mind too. Stop explaining yourself for these slow folks. Listen, honey, I would accept these slow folks. They have been put on missions by other content creators, or who fucking knows where these people are coming from. But these slow folks, they think they have power too. And sometimes they do. Sometimes these slow folks that you're talking about, they affect the cast. The cast makes decisions on some of these slow folks' comments. There's a lot that goes with it. Now, I am just saying, as a person who understands, because I have been railroaded by a couple of people in these YouTube streets, in these YouTube streets. And I've said a couple of times before, if you are a paranoid mind, if you allow paranoia to take over you, sometimes those people will take the best of you, okay? I am standing in a much better place than I used to, and I'm looking at things with a different pair of eyes. If you guys had an opportunity to watch Latrice's interview with Giving You the Real Tea and what is his name, Scotty by Nature, and some other people, you would have saw Latrice kind of fold under other people's comments and stuff. Latrice, she's a bad mama jamma over there on Bell Collective, right? She's been talking her talk and doing what she's supposed to do. But yesterday, I guess some of the comments got to her when people thought, listen, Akeisha left this show because of you. People are running her through the coals. There might be some changes with what's going on over there on the show because they've lost two main casts, the husbands and the wives, and she might be feeling away. And so that is what I mean when I say the walk you're supposed to walk, things that you're supposed to do, you might be feeling a little sheepish about, or it may tear you all the way down. You know what I'm saying? And so this is for me, more for me than anything else, because I'm not a coward. I'm not a punk. And, fuck everybody. At some point, you just got to know I'm not you, and you got to stand in what God has, created for you, the path he made for you. And so I am very, very grateful for everybody who comes over here and listens to my opinion. I mean, because that's all I'm giving is an opinion, but it means a lot to know that this many people want to hear what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Layla. Layla's so sweet, child. I appreciate you. So come on in so we can talk about it some more. Talk about it some more. Yeah, let's get to it. That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, you don't want one of those friends, or you don't even want a group of people who will come in, things that is right for you. You change your whole trajectory. You know what I'm saying? Because of someone else's opinion. It will ruin what you have going on. I have said this so many times, and now I'm taking my own advice. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve grace. I don't know what we're talking about there. What I'm saying is the road that she's taken, the choices she made, she didn't ask any of our opinions to get here. She didn't ask any of our opinions to get here. That was just what she was doing because her God told her so. Like she's have said to us a gazillion times, I go when God tells me to go, not when you tell me to go. But sometimes other people's opinions will take the best of us. Just because it's something you wouldn't do doesn't mean that it isn't something I should do. Okay. Because if you are, practicing discernment, the voice that talks to you, the voice that talks to me shouldn't be saying anything to you. The voice that speaks to you is for you. The voice that speaks to me is for me. And that's where things can get a little crazy and cloudy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to reality TV, because most people get on and they'll start telling Carlos King what he should be doing and what the cast should be doing. You should do this and you should do this. Child, do what is best for you, because you know better than anybody. Come on in. And that's where things can get messed up. And like I said, Latrice was over there doing an interview with somebody that she went to school with, right? So this is her friend. Somebody she knows. And she's sitting there, you could tell not wanting to be there. You can tell not standing in her choices. And even if you're not going to stand in your choices, then explain what's going on now. But she ended up, just kind of bucking and folding under what she thought was public opinion. And if not just 3 weeks ago, she was on Carlos King's platform saying, I don't care what the fans do to Marie and to anybody else who came after me. They deserve that shit. Okay. Well, now it's coming back for you, because sometimes some words that you speak over somebody else can come back for you. And you got to know what belongs to you and what doesn't. And you got to stand in it sometimes. So that's what's happening now. I ain't stunting my ex-husband. I mean, listen, Melody and Martell came on the show together and they have not left the show. Well, let me say this. There's rumors, but child, as far as we know, every season, we're on season 9 right now. I think we have 15 episodes in this season. At least right now, my TV guide is showing up to the 14th episode this season. Melody and Martell has still been on the show the entire time. And I think that this is one of the best seasons, despite what the Scotts tried to push out there the other day, talking about, do y'all want to see us do business deals and the comeback group? No, sir. I'm not going to lie. No, sir. At 8:00 p.m. on a Saturday night, when I am sitting on my couch, I am looking to be entertained. If I wanted education, I would wake up in the morning around 8, 9. I would get my notebook out and take my notes and, this is for me. But at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, that's my wind down time, baby. When I turn on the TV, I'm not expecting you to teach me shit. I want to be entertained. Okay? Don't get it twisted. That's what I be saying when I'm like, listen, child, y'all gonna let some of these people work you right out of a job. It is primetime television. Primetime television. How often do you get a primetime spot? Okay. Remember that when they didn't know where to put Married to Medicine, it was coming on Friday nights and then Sunday nights and then Monday nights. And then finally they put it on a Sunday night slot. Child, listen, we got to figure this out and stop trying to railroad people with what we think. Because the second that shit goes off the air and people are struggling, the people that's been barking the most about what you should do, they ain't going to give you a dime to put on that water bill, child. They're not going to put nothing on your kids' college tuition. Nothing. Not a thing. Come on in. And now him and Tisha's doing a master class. Good for him and Tisha. Listen, Melody ain't the first to do a master class, and she won't be the last to do a master class. If you figure something out, do it. If it's going to help you, do it. If it's going to put more money in your pocket, do it. There's a million makeup brands. People are going to do what they're supposed to do to make money. Okay, Tisha has amazing skin. When she put makeup on, the colors pop. She should have a makeup deal with one of the big companies, okay? Some sort of endorsement deal. Ask and you shall receive. Let's see. I want balance and growth. Put in the chat right now What show do you watch currently that is teaching you balance growth that's coming on at prime time on a Monday night, Tuesday, any day of the week, an 8 p.m. slot, a 9 p.m. slot? What show do you watch that is giving you balance, that is giving you education? Please tell me, because I would watch it. I would watch it. Okay. Dr. Net said a balance is needed. It's either too much mess or nothing. Okay. No, none of the stations. Bones. It's Bones. Not Bones, uppity. Daggone it. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. HGTV. Didn't that lady Christina from HGTV, isn't she on her third damn husband? And every single one of them threatened to wring her neck on the show? On HGTV right now. I know, because I used to watch that crazy lady when she was married to the first husband. Now she's on her third, and they are cutting up over there. Okay? And she keeps getting chance after chance, child. Come on in. Somebody said, I can't stand her. Sister Wives give balance. Okay. Now I know you kidding. All right, listen, I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna need these producers. There's one thing I did agree with Marcel on. Stop watching YouTube. Stop watching YouTube. Stay out of the comments. Do all the things. Produce the show. And I know that this came from Bondi Blue. I remember when she did the interview. She said, when she was talking to Melody, she said, the producers are lazy as hell. They keep pulling storylines from off of YouTube and off the internet. Stay off the internet. I remember the day she said it. I agreed with her then. I agree with her now. Stay off the internet. And then tell your cast to stay off the internet and stop talking about stuff. That way people can keep their jobs, because half of the people that quit only quit because of what the shit was going on the internet. Trust me, we would have these same conversations in our house with our neighbors at work. If we were talking about this show, the same exact conversations would be happening. The same ones. They are just watching them and getting embarrassed and letting people fuck up their money. Stop that. Cut it out. It's not worth it. Stop it. Okay. Heavenly lost a whole titty 2 episodes ago, a couple of times in that episode. And I remember watching it like, what am I watching? What am I watching? That shit was funny. What am I watching? Heavenly been talking about that, about this season, by the way, of Married to Medicine. Prayers, okay? It's not been the best. It's not been the best. And I love all of the girls. I love all of the girls. Dr. Contessa, though, oh my goodness. Why did she bring that my husband abusing me story back to the show? Horrible. I wish she wouldn't have done that, especially since we all saw it. Well, we all saw that husband, Scott, okay? We all saw that husband, Scott. And this was Black excellence. Let me tell you this. When she was in the kitchen, when Contessa was in the kitchen, she got into a fight with her husband. She said she had just got accepted into one of the most prestigious programs in the country, and that she thought that was going to line her up to be the U.S. What did she call it? Surgeon General. She thought it was going to line her up to be the U.S. Surgeon General. And I think the program was 30 days. And her husband took a stick pin out of his pants, okay, and said, bitch, where are your dreams? And then he popped it. He popped it on the show. It exploded like confetti. And he said, these kids need you to make them something to eat. And he walked out of the kitchen and said, she's not going. Now, mind you, we all know Contessa is crazy smart. We know she's a beautiful woman. But when somebody say they got accepted into just, only a handful of people, Black woman gets accepted into one of the most prestigious programs in the country because she wants to be the Surgeon General. These people got money. They could have had a nanny for about 30 days. I think it was only a 30-day program at that. and he told her no, that's when you know that, your life ain't much different from other people's life. He said, no, I'm not watching these kids. I'm not doing it. Okay. Well, they have to get off of YouTube is the point. Get off of YouTube. Um, Look, Liza More Lies said, I was thinking, F you, Scott. Oh, yes, we hated Scott after that moment. We hated Scott, right? If you are a Black woman, you're sitting here like you got two doctors in the house. Y'all know y'all make money. This is what money is supposed to do. It's supposed to afford you the opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. And we saw this man say, absolutely not. And then turn around and say he wants to be a rapper. Child, goodbye. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Okay. But we also know Contessa got her moments, right? Because her nanny, who I think was Neo's mama, quit on national TV and said, called her a bitch. Y'all remember that? She said, bitch, I quit. And then did this maniacal laugh. Woo, that was a time. Now, all the same, that was still good TV. I enjoyed every second of it. But the Black excellence part came because we saw how smart Contessa was, that she could have been a part of this program, and that her goals were really, really big. But he told her, bring them down all the way and figure out how to make dinner. That was his response to that. Oh, Donnell Jones. Okay, not Neo, Donnell Jones' mama. I knew it was somebody's mama, child. Donnell Jones' mama, thank you for correcting me. I forgot. It was a while ago. But anyway, no more Scott being abusive coming from Contessa, because Contessa, we all saw it. We all saw it. Do I watch Married at First Sight? I do. I really watch all of them, child. No, she didn't go to the program. I don't think she went. I think they asked her on the reunion and she was crying and she was talking about how women were showing up in her husband's women were showing up in Scott's DMs, and she can't say for sure if he's, entertaining it. It was a lot. It was a lot. So when somebody asked, hey girl, are you being emotionally and mentally abused? It did appear that way. It appeared that way to us, and we're not going to forget it. Okay, so Monica's saying I should watch Married at First Sight. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, child. I'll talk about it. I'll give it a shot. But that's just some of the things. Okay, listen. 1,291 of you are here on this Friday. Okay, chit-chatting with me. I appreciate it so much. Let's get into the things. Let's get into the things, because one of the things that I have always said is how smart Melody is, how I really admired her strength, even with the shit that was going on TV, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of people who said, if this show wasn't on the air, if the things that, the audience ended up finding out about Ariane and whatnot, they said Melody would have never divorced Martell. She would have stayed there. A lot of people have said that. Martell said it. Some of the people on the show, I think I even heard Vanessa said, I was shocked. Melody's mama, I was shocked when I found out that this was happening, because we always saw Melody and Martell together. And I said, one of the hardest things to do when you break up is to have the friends also uncouple you, because they'll keep you in some shit, child. People will keep you in some nasty stuff, which is why when Melody was pulling back from everybody, I didn't blame her, because if she wanted to heal, she needed to do that. Look, a lot of people are saying, please watch Married at First Sight, because it's a hot ass mess. Okay. I'll check it out. I'm assuming that's one of the primetime shows. Okay. Come on in. So anyway, they were putting all this stuff on mail and we were looking at it. But one of the things, because we've heard these stories, right? How Melody left a house, moved into an apartment, even though they had two houses. When she walked away, she seemed to walk away from everything. Typically, you have three, walking kids and a baby on your hip. Most people wouldn't go any damn where. I'm not moving out of nothing. I'm not moving out of shit. you can move. And especially if you have two houses, go to the other house. We don't know all the things around this, but when Melody walked out of that relationship, she seemed to have left a whole lot of things behind. Money on the table, never asking for child support, never asking for spousal support. And, okay, I was in awe when I saw it. Like, why? Why wouldn't you ask for the things you deserve? Why wouldn't you ask for the things you deserve? And I'm gonna tell you right now, me as a friend, I have told friends of mine, okay, people married to doctors or getting married, should I sign the prenup? Fuck no. Don't sign it. You are coming to this table with a degree. You are a lawyer. You have a lot that you got going on with you too. And you are giving this person advice every chance you get. He is asking you for free shit all the time. You are a contract lawyer. He's constantly asking you for stuff. Why would you give that? Why would you give him all this to prove that you love this man? Child, good the F night. Not unless the deal is, you know what I'm saying, favorable to you as well. But this is something, even though we all discuss, right? Melody is smart. Melody had, she was the brains of the operation, all of these things. Melody walked out of that relationship with none of the shit that all of you said belonged to her in the first place. Am I right or wrong? Let me see who then took this poll at the top. Hold on. Let me put the poll up real fast. Let me put the poll up. We know that Melody was the brains. We know that Melody did all the talking and the deal making. Why did she walk away with absolutely nothing? No beds for the kids, no clothes, no nothing. I'm curious, okay? Hold on, let me stick this post back up here so I can do this, push it, make it big. Okay, let me get this. Can y'all see that? Here we go. Okay, y'all see it? So I'm giving you the results from the poll right now. 927 of you have voted. I said, would you walk away from a multi-million-dollar development deal to keep peace with your ex-spouse? The responses came in overwhelmingly at 61% saying, yes, my peace is everything. While 32% of you said, no, millions would buy my peace. Okay. And 7% of you saying, I was planting petunias. What happened? Okay. I was planting petunias. What happened? What happened? Look, I got like 50 windows open over here. So yeah, y'all. Was it admirable for Melody to walk away from everything? No house. She left with her car. I'm assuming that was her car. She left with her car. It was a Range Rover at the time. She couldn't get her kids' beds. Yes, she left that man with 2 houses, if I'm not mistaken. 2 houses. Didn't take any spousal support. No child support. No nothing. No nothing. And I was always like in awe of that. I was always in awe of it. That did not pass me by. 4 kids, a baby on her hip, still carrying the baby. Child. She still has the Range Rover. Yes. So she leaves with the Range Rover and her kids, and that's it. That's it. And then because of what we saw on the show, right? Because of what we saw on the show, A lot of people are saying, pay me. I agree. We have these conversations. This is why I'm bringing it up. We have this conversation. It has been spoken on every channel. Melody, Martell ain't got shit. Martell didn't have any money. Why the hell that woman leave that man with all that shit? Why? Why did she leave all that stuff behind? Okay. You have 4 kids. I don't think there is a judge in the country who would have been like, girl, you got to move out. That's my house. I'm staying. Okay. She let him have all of that after 12 years of marriage, 13 years of marriage. They had been married. Nobody, even people in the comments right now who are saying it's smart in hindsight, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely nobody. Okay. Maybe 3% of y'all would have done that if the shoe was on the other foot, which is exactly why I said what's right for her may not be right for you. And when I tell you that this lady is operating under a different, you know what I'm saying, journey, her journey is not your journey. She has been making decisions that has been outside of the box for a very long time. For a very long time. Shit that none of y'all would have done. I literally have said 1,000,001 times, nobody would do this. Nobody would do this. It is shocking that she did that to me. It was shocking. Okay. She did that. She ended up with when she gets to her apartment, trying to go get the kids' beds, whatnot. They all tell this story. He wouldn't even let her have this shit. It was shocking that this happened. And while all of that was going on, I hear what you're saying about the peace part, but she came back to the show too. She came back to the show and she was still filming with him. She just decided not to film with him in season 8. But at the time, what's up, Monica? Thank you for coming through, girl. I appreciate you. But at the time, she was even trying to help Martell a little bit, paying his water bill, whatever the hell utility he had over there, sending food for the kids to the house. Melody was still helping him, even though, again, those tables seemed like they was really slanted. They seemed really, really slanted, period. I ain't lying about what I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you what I saw on the show. And to top it all off, we heard out of Chris's mouth, he does a scene with Martell. Martell goes and visit Chris, I think at his office. And Chris ends up telling Martell, I think Martell said, we got to freeze everything. We got to freeze everything. We can't do shit else. The judge is asking that everything comes to a screeching halt. Chris says, I'm really, sad to hear this. What are you talking about? And Chris ends up breaking the news to him. The developers don't want to work with you. They don't want to work with you. The deal is off. And then he tells him, he really punches at him. You messed this up, okay? Your reputation around Huntsville is absolute mud. Your kids could have been set up. Your kids' could have been set up. Like, you fucked this up. And Martell was like, don't say that. What type of person are you? What type of person are you? The deal isn't done until it's done, right? All of the things. This is what this man is saying to him. And at the same time, he's probably like, oh my God, this can't be happening. Let's figure it out. Let's see what else we can do to save it. Let's bring Marceau into it. All of the shit, right? What's up, Linda Gamble? Welcome. I appreciate you coming through. What can we do to save it? And then Chris has a sidebar conversation with Melody, who, again, has left all of this shit, every single bit of it. He has a sidebar conversation with Melody and said, the developers no longer want to work with Martell, but they want to work with you. They don't want to work with Martell, but they want to work with you. What would you like to do? And what did she say? Put it in the chat. What did Melody say when they said what he wants to work with you? And Chris says to Melody, the developers want to work with you, girl. What did she say? Because I think they had just gotten divorced. I think they may have, when we were coming back that season, they had just gotten divorced. So they're officially divorced at this point. She didn't say good. She said, I need to talk to Martell first because he will flip out if I move forward with his project. He will flip out. And so she was still considering him at that time. Have you talked to Martell about it? That's right. She said, have you talked to Martell about it? I don't know, because he would flip out. I'm telling y'all, we don't have all the tea, but they're clearly what they have given us is that was a deal that was in it. I don't know if it was more slanted with Martell or what, but when they drop Martell, they say we would like to pick up Melody. Now the project will move forward without either one of them, but when she was already wholly divorced with all of the bullshit that played out with him not giving her beds for the kids, his kids, by the way, not giving her the beds for the kids, not giving her clothes. We know there was an incident that happened where she had pulled up into the driveway and he was holding her things hostage, and she had to put herself on a camera phone. And I think she even threatened to call the police because he was being such an a-hole. And he still fumbled the bag. So I'm just saying, don't make that lady weak. Don't make that lady weak, child. And when I say don't make her weak, I don't mean, oh, you know, she's had her fill. Child, she is in a much better place than she ever was back then. She's still running on the fumes from back then, child. She was making decisions that y'all didn't like a long time ago. We was all like cheering her on, but baby, come on. Come on, child. Absolutely. There isn't anyone. I'm sorry. I know y'all had did some votes and shit, but y'all wouldn't have done that. I don't know. I think that the majority of people would have never. I think there was a majority of people who would have never. And we can't put somebody who was never in your league in the first place in your league. Get out of these people's league, child, including mine. Because I am the first to say, baby, get your damn money. Okay. She said you can have it. Fine. You got the man. He got the houses. He got all the shit. And he still lost every damn thing. And she still came back through and tried to help him out with stuff. There was a whole lot of things that people kept saying, don't do. And she did them because she was moved to do them. She was moved to do them. And for me, I would rather see that person make moves than the person who's, being influenced. That was never your influence, child. The walk that you've been walking was never the walk that the audience walked. Ever. Talk to Martell. That's right. See, y'all was watching the same show I was watching. Y'all just allowed yourself to get psyched out by some of the other stuff. Maybe people don't remember, but you got to go back and watch this shit so that you can know. You can know. What I know, she probably felt like she dropped a 100-pound weight when she left Martell. Had so much pressure. So I'm just saying, I know we keep saying this is not, he didn't have money. He had something. He had a little bit of something going on, because it feels like the deal was mostly in his court before they, they were like, listen, he can go away, but we would love to have her come in. From what I'm understanding, this development deal. Look, somebody said, you're right, Dyana. I would have taken the damn doghouse. Facts. That's right. That is absolutely true. You're not going to listen. We divorced and I have a infant. I'm not leaving shit. I'm not moving out of nothing. Okay. Goodbye, sir. Now, again, we don't know all the everything, because we think we're entitled to some of this shit. I get it, but they're not going to tell us everything. Some of this stuff belongs to them, and they still working through it as they're living it in front of the screen. I tell y'all that a lot of times people are working through this stuff, and hindsight is 2020. But they have to stop making moves based on what the internet says. It does not work that way. Let's see. As for me, I would send his ass to jail off a text message. Okay. I hear you, child. Thank you for blessing the channel. I appreciate you. I'm just reminding folks of what we were attracted to. I'm reminding folks of what we was attracted to and letting folks know that her strength was never the majority of our strength, ever, 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 ever. Melody was making some decisions that I was like, child, what the fuck am I watching? What am I watching? Okay, the key, Dyana, is that we don't know everything. We don't. We have to remember that. We have to remember that. Because there were some decisions made that the majority of the audience couldn't have related to in the first place. Number one, maybe nobody would have came back to the show knowing those two parties were doing what they needed to do. They needed to heal. But to know that this man had 2 houses, never paid a lick of child support, a moment of spousal support, lost everything still, okay, and still required his ex-wife's help to get by some days. That's a lot, baby. That's a lot. We got to keep that in mind, child. We do. We do. Come on through. Let me see. Thank you. Is it Ronia? Thank you, Ronia, for blessing the channel. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just keep it in mind, okay? I don't know what's going on next season, child. Nobody told me. But we just got to keep some of this shit in perspective and stop taking people's strength away. Because there was a whole lot of decisions made that we wouldn't have been able to relate to no damn way. I'm going to stick with that. Melody shouldn't have taken care of Martell. And hold on. And he stole $17K. Let's not forget that either. And he stole $17K. And this is when everybody was making like $1,200 on the show, right? We were told they was only making like a little bit of money, $1,200 and shit like that. Listen, it takes some time to get the show to a place where you get the right advertising dollars and shit behind you. But when you do, if you're the first run cast, you're gonna make that money, baby. You're going to make the money. And even though we will punch at some of the people on this show, they're still making decisions that a lot of us wouldn't make. It's still interesting to watch. He did steal our money for sure. For sure. Let's not take her strength away. I can't explain it any better than that. And this is coming from, I kid you not, I told y'all that my family is very female dominant. But when I used to hang out with people that my mama thought was weak-minded, she'd be like, don't go listening to that girl. She'll have you doing shit that's not for you. Do what's for you. Don't do what other people tell you, okay? It's not for you. And that is part of what I respected about Melody, because she was doing things that was not what other people thought she should be doing. It was for her and her only. But again, I say this, we don't know everything. We don't know everything. Took the $17K, couldn't pay it back. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, what the judge ordered last June or July was that if he didn't pay it back, he would be in contempt. And contempt means jail time. So he has to pay that money back. And that was after Melody said, and I quote, she said something about her manager saying, you'll get that back and more, so just forget it. Don't worry about it. She even said at the time, 4 kids, I'm not going to worry about the money. Oh my God, child. Absolutely never. Absolutely never. Let me say thank you to somebody's mama for being a member for 26 months. She said, Mel clearly loved that raggedy man. She's a freaking inspiration, though, and I really admire her. Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. That's what the show's for. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate you blessing the channel, girl, and making it to your 26th month. Okay? And I'll let y'all come up and talk for a little bit, like I have every time I've went live these last couple of days, because I understand what this is and what it's about. But I also know that for a little while, we have been taking her strength away. Not we, as in me, child, but some of these people. And we got to cut that shit out. We got to cut that out. And I would say that's across the board for all the women on these platforms, especially Black women. We don't see ourselves enough. We have to see good and bad sometimes. Why is Mel legendary? That is why Mel is legendary. Never seen hers weak. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why I couldn't read that right. What's up, Mississippi? How are you? This is Mel real life. It's not a joke. You make good points, Diana. I was one that voted take everything. Facts. Take everything, child. Y'all listen. Sometimes this rap music be changing the game. I'm not kidding. The gold digger comments and all that shit, please. Okay, you talking about people who literally just made $1 yesterday that was legal. You know what I'm saying? Don't be taking advice from these fools. They don't know. That is not what child support is for. Okay. Even Ricky Smiley over there on his platform talking craziness. Oh, that kid don't need that much money. Who takes off from work when the kid is sick? You are supporting the lifestyle of the mama too, to make sure them kids are okay, that you can actually take off from work when your baby is sick. I mean, I'm just saying, and this is a person who, kids get sick. They might be out of school for months or weeks. I was sick when I was a kid. I was out of school for what? I was in a hospital bed for months because I had spinal or I had meningitis. Imagine somebody saying you don't need but this amount a month because blah, blah, blah. My mama lost her job literally being in the hospital with me every single day. They had to replace her. When I hear women co-sign some of the shit that men say about us and what we need to raise children, I'm always like, where is this coming from? Where is it coming from? I have no clue. Don't do that. You have no idea what twists and turns life is going to bring to you, especially with your children. Like, you have to have something waiting if that happens to you. And men shouldn't just be taking your kids either because they don't want to pay you something. That's stupid. What up, Lady D Keys? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What's your thoughts about Melody walking away from a multi-million-dollar deal, child?
Child. No. I would have took that deal, kept it pushing, and forget everything else and just get my money up. Because I got kids to take care of.
Really? You
Mm-hmm.
taking the deal? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just was curious. I'm just saying, a lot of people put themselves in Mel's shoes, and y'all ain't in Mel's shoes.
Nope. That's why I would have took it right there, because I ain't in her shoes. I'm a
No,
different
for a second.
person.
Exactly. Let's see. Even though I would have taken the multi-million-dollar deal, but I realized her blessings were not intended for the rest of the course. Six. God blesses accordingly. Good stuff as usual. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I don't mind coming back on and tell. Actually, this has been some of the most enjoyable content that I've done in a while. I actually like coming back and just sharing my perspective like this to where we
Now,
are right now. And
now, what you said about Contessa and Scott,
uh-huh.
I agree with you on that one, because I don't even know why they brought her back. Because she's trying to come back to Heavenly. And I get it, but girl, Heavenly can't be your storyline forever.
No,
You
ma'am.
have to have a better storyline than sitting up here saying that Dr. Damon has a outside child. Come on now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Go sit down, have
Right.
several seats.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry about that, Lady D. Roxy said that Mel said in one of her lies that she wanted the quickest divorce. Yeah, she said that he was, basically lollygagging with the divorce, changing lawyers, coming to court with no lawyer and stuff like that. So she said she knew that he was trying to keep, things moving. But listen, even still, do you know how long people wait to get divorced? Sometimes divorces take years, child, because people will be like, you're gonna pay what you owe, Pookie. You're gonna pay what you owe. Let's see. Maybe Mel gave Martell passes because of the alleged things she did in the marriage that we may not be aware of. Listen, I don't know what we know and what we don't know. I've said this the whole time. I still believe that a woman with 4 kids should have stayed in one of them damn houses, should have asked for child,
Mhm.
should have asked for some spousal support, especially if he had all those things going on. Now, I don't know, like I said before, we don't know all the things. I do know that the choices she made as a young woman, the majority of people would not have made. The majority of us would not have made. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
sorry about that. I'm just trying to read these little comments, girl. Um,
Okay.
but what else was I going to say? Because I have some stuff to talk about too. We're going to get on Tisha, Marceau, Kimmy, and Maurice. We're going through all the shit, y'all. All of it. This just happened to be one of the things that is still, people are still talking about right now, Martell's Lucci. But we also know that Martell right now, he has some money from this show, right? I think the Scotts put out a number of 300,000, which I would think that Melody and Martell would get paid even more than that, because they do hold a producer credit. They both still hold a producer credit, which means on or off the show, they would still get that money, no matter who's on it. But I would think that they're still making a decent amount of money. But we also have to keep this in mind too. Melody and Martell has never had a moment free from court since the day they divorced. Melody and Martell have been in court every single year since 2019.
Long time.
The
Long time.
bills got to be crazy, right? Martell, I think there was some debt that one of the lawyers was saying he didn't pay or something like that. That was on one of the channels. I don't remember. Allegedly, that was one of the things. What else do I know? Why did Martell refuse to give Mel's children the mattress? Because he is a asshole.
Exactly. Just a jerk and don't know how to be a good dad. Because if he
Correct.
did, he would have gave that woman what she needed
And
instead
let
of
me say
holding it back.
to piggyback off of what Layla just said, when I had this conversation the other day and I said that Melody um, had said to Nell Fletcher, he wants me to fail so that I can come back to him. That was part of that. So him not
Mhm.
giving her anything is him hoping that if she sees herself without anything, that she'll come back to me, because she gave him everything, right? That was
Mhm.
weird. That was just a weird setup. Again, it's something that Melody hasn't discussed, and she'll do it on her time. But child, it is one of them holes as in HOLES, that leaves people thinking like, oh, what was going on there? Let me see. Love Jazz, welcome, welcome, welcome. She said, I think that Melody tried to get what she wanted until she couldn't. She wanted to stay in the big house, but Martell wouldn't leave. So she had to drop everything for peace. Okay. Again, I totally understand. We fill in these blanks, but that's not something that was shared with us at the moment. I'm still saying that whether you wanted to stay there or not, a simple court order could have walked Martell out of there. I do believe, if there's anyone in Alabama who knows if you could get like a temporary stay or order for the home if you had children as the mom, what would have happened? Because Martell was doing all the threatening. I don't, when he said, I'm going to take full custody from you. Womp womp. What the fuck is that?
You know good well that ain't happening.
Even when that was said, I was like, who the are you? He was just making so many threats toward her that when she did end up just walking out, I was just like, whoa, well, what is this? Uh-oh, somebody's saying goodbye to somebody, child, in the chat. Let me see what they did, if I can find it. But yeah, him making that threat was nasty as I don't know what. That was one of the things. Her walking away with nothing. Yes, she rebuilt herself immediately.
Mhm.
She was doing all the things. And even after, when Mel started living out her dreams, singing, acting, whatever those things were, what did he do? He tried to knock her down again. You
Yep.
don't want to be a mother. Scott from Married to Medicine, go ahead and make dinner for them kids. Don't go to the most prestigious program in the United States. He did the same thing. I would rather you, if you don't want to be a mom, fine. Don't be a mom. Don't be a mom. I'll take the kids though. The threats was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you for telling me, child. Um,
Oh, Diana, they was asking about your shirt.
oh, 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 oh. Let's see. Watching Wendy Williams' health decline because of what her husband did to her. Yeah, listen,
Mhm.
talk about it. That woman was standing up, doing everything she needed to do. As soon as that divorce started, she started unraveling. The way things happen to our bodies when we go through that type of stress and pressure is wild. There's nothing that is going to bring you down faster than an actual diagnosis of something. She could still be in her heyday right now if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. Diana, they were asking about your shirt.
Oh, what about it? What do y'all?
What it is.
Oh, this is Andre 3000. Andre 3000 from Outkast is on the shirt. Let me see. Somebody's mama. Thank you for the blessing. I appreciate you. She said, shoot, can you imagine having to get child support from Martell? Mm-mm. And even now, he has no idea how blessed he is not to have to pay child support on 4 babies. Mel did the right thing. I am glad that she didn't have to ask for ish. Financial abuse is real. Okay.
Mhm.
You guys are amazing. Let's see. We have been up here for about an hour.
Yeah. Oh, and Diana, if you ever go to a Joe concert, just know that you're not gonna get a whole bunch of songs. I mean, he did a great show because I went to his show last night. He did
Okay.
a great he did a great show, but it's not gonna be a whole bunch of his songs. It's gonna be like,
And I want to know. He don't sing that one?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
that's my song right there. Yep, he sung that one and he sung Shattered Pictures,
Okay.
More and More, and a couple other songs, but you're not gonna get the full show. You're not gonna get 2 hours. Probably
Oh,
get an hour and a half.
okay. So some of y'all are coming in late. Well, I do like me some Joe. I ain't gonna lie. I do. That is my
I
favorite song.
love me some Joe Girl.
I actually saw Joe in Louisiana during the what is that festival in Louisiana every year? I forgot the name of it
Mardi
now.
Gras.
Yeah, not the Mardi Gras one, the Essence Festival. I saw him at
Okay.
the Essence Festival, and he was great. I loved it. Um, I loved it. Someone saying that Martell still doesn't have a builder's license. Okay, see, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's still working it out. Okay, y'all, listen. I appreciate y'all for coming in on this Friday, coming through. I just wanted to put that out there. We're gonna keep talking about it again. I'm just sharing with y'all what I was watching on the show so that people can please, when somebody is over there trying to make it seem like I'm doing something wrong, you can say, listen, Diana knows her shit, so please tell that to your mama, okay? Stop letting
Okay,
people
Heavenly.
out
I
bullshit. You want to tell them to take it back to their mama, their granny, whomever. It ain't me, okay? What's up, Chronic? I appreciate you for coming through, okay? Yeah, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, child. Um, Now I have to admit, I said at the beginning, I was mesmerized by some things, but I had an opportunity to go back and look. It ain't taking nothing away from anybody from to tell the actual truth of what we're actually watching. Okay, the show is good if you just watch the show. Okay, is anybody worried about their health over here? Okay, thank you, Cookie. Thank you, Lies and More Lies. I appreciate that. All right, listen, we about to roll up out of here. Baby, I cut up over here. Listen, it's a good time. I enjoy talking to y'all. This is really where the strength is coming from. We just need to pull from the facts. When we pull from the facts, it just makes everything better all the way around, child. All the way around. But outside of that, y'all, I appreciate you so much. I'm gonna let you down, Miss Lady D. You know I care about you, child. I'm glad you're doing okay and that your family's doing okay.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
coming up.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Okay, I'll see you next time. Um, but yeah, outside of that, you guys, you have been amazing. You always are amazing. Thank you guys for blessing the channel. Okay. Tomorrow night we get a new episode, child. We'll see what goes down there. Looks like it's gonna be Melody and Trisha, they're about to buck up and we're going to talk about it. Okay. So you guys know what to do. Hit my like button before you walk up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Share, okay, this video right here. Share with anybody. Share with one of your friends, child. Make sure you are following me on all platforms at DYANAROZAY. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.